Chapter 3. Creating a Query, Forms and Reports in MS Access. In the previous chapter, we have learned how to add fields and records in the table. In this chapter, we will continue our journey of learning some more important features of MS Access 2016. These features provide a convenient and easy way to enter, search, analyze and display the large amounts of data stored in the database tables. Let us learn about these features. Query. Queries are used to retrieve and process the data of a table on the basis of certain criteria. If we want to find the answer to a question, we will have to create a corresponding query first. Once our query has been created, we instruct Access to run the query, that is to perform the steps through which we can obtain our answer. The answer will then be displayed in the datasheet view. Creating simple query. We can use Design View to manually create a selected query. When we use Design View, we have more control over the details of the query design. To create a query in Design View, follow the given step. Step 1. Select the Create tab on the ribbon and locate the queries group. Step 2. Click the Query Design command. The Select Query window and Show Table dialog box appears. Step 3. Click on a table that contains information we want to use in our query. Here we are using students_record table. Step 4. Click on Add button to add the table to query. A box appears in the Select Query window, displaying the fields for the table we selected. Step 5. Click on the Close button to hide the Show Table dialog box. Step 6. Double-click with the left mouse button on a field we want to continue in our query. Step 7. Now click on the Run button in the Results group from Design tab to run the query. The result of the query appears in Datasheet view. Creating query using Query Wizard. We can use the Query Wizard to automatically create a select query. When we use the wizard, we have less control over the details of the query design, but the query is usually created faster. To create a query using the Query Wizard, follow the given steps. Step 1. Open the required database. Step 2. Click on the Create tab. Select the Query Wizard button in the Queries group. Step 3. The new Query dialog box window will appear. The Simple Query Wizard option is selected by default. Click OK. Step 4. The Simple Query Wizard dialog box window will open. Select the table on which we want to create the query from the Tables or Queries drop-down arrow. Here, we are selecting the students_record table. Step 5. Now add the fields that we wish to have in the query result. Select the required fields in the Available Fields box. Step 6. Click on the single forward arrow button or just double-click on the field. We will notice that selected field is shifted to Selected Fields box. We can click on double forward arrow button to shift all the fields at once. Step 7. Once we have selected the required fields, click on the Next button. Step 8. Now type the query title in the What title do you want for your query box and click on the Finish button. We will observe that the query name is visible in the navigation pane. Creating query by specifying criteria. We can find specific records in our database by using criteria. Criteria are conditions that identify the records we want to find. To create a query by specifying criteria, follow the given steps. Step 1. Open the query in Design View. Step 2. Click in the Criteria field. Step 3. Type the data we want to view in the criteria fields. Here, we are taking the address as criterion. Step 4. Click on Run button to see the results. The table now shows only the records matching the query. Establishing the relationship between tables. We can create relationships between tables directly in the Relationships window. For a relationship to exist between two tables, they must have a common field. For example, the students_record table may have a roll_number field and the activity_detail table may also have a roll_number field. The two tables could be joined or related by that field. The field type must be the same in both tables for a relationship to exist. In most relationships, the primary key in one table is related to a field in the other table that is not its primary key. In one table, the field contains unique values, whereas in the other table, it does not. The relationship field in other table is called foreign key. Relationships are created and managed in a special database view called Relationships window. We can create a relationship between tables from there, dragging a field from one table onto a field from another. To set the relationship between the tables, follow the given steps. Step 1. On the ribbon, click on the Database Tools tab and select the Relationships button in the Relationships group. Step 2. The Show Table dialog box appears. Select the required table and click on the Add button. The selected table will appear as a small window in the Relationships window. Similarly, add another tables to the Relationships window. Step 3. Click on the Close button to close the Show Table dialog box. Step 4. Drag the primary key of the parent table, example, students_record, and drop it over the same field in the child table, example, activity_detail. Step 5. The cursor changes to an arrow and the Edit Relationships dialog box appears. Step 6. Click on the Create button. Access creates the relationship between the tables. A line linking the two tables will appear, indicating that both have been linked. Step 7. Click on the File, Save button